What made my husband so reluctant about me joining the parents versus kids soccer game? Relationships can be a wonderful journey, filled with moments of joy, laughter, and the occasional head-scratching confusion. Recently, I found myself at the crossroads of all three emotions when it came to my husband and our son's soccer team. As a mother, I often strive to be involved in my children's activities, and soccer is no exception. So, when our son's final practice of the season rolled around, I was excited to hear that there would be a parents versus kids game. I could already picture the scene, parents and kids laughing, kicking the ball around, and creating memories together. The thought of playing with my husband and seeing our children cheer us on filled me with enthusiasm. I eagerly approached my husband, sharing my excitement about the upcoming game. However, instead of sharing in my enthusiasm, he immediately expressed his disapproval, stating that I shouldn't play because he wanted to take part. I was taken aback by his response. It was a parents versus kids game, after all. Shouldn't both of us be allowed to join in the fun? I reassured him that I could definitely play, emphasizing that it was meant for both parents. He then countered with the concern that there might be too many parents participating. At that moment, I brushed it off, thinking he was simply overthinking the whole situation. As the days went by and the game approached, the topic resurfaced. I reiterated my eagerness to play, but I couldn't help but notice a strange hesitance in his demeanor. I decided to ask him directly why he seemed so resistant to me joining in. His response surprised me. He mentioned that not many moms would likely play. I pointed out that my friend, another mom from the team, was also planning to participate. Then, he shifted his argument, saying that if there were too many parents, the ones playing would have less time on the field due to substitutions. I appreciated his concern, but reminded him that our son had expressed excitement about me joining the game too. If it truly came down to it, and only one of us could play, I'd gladly step aside for him, since he has a passion for soccer. But I had a gut feeling that it wouldn't even be an issue. Finally, the day of the parents versus kids game arrived. As the hour drew near, I got dressed and prepared to head out, brimming with anticipation. But when my husband saw me ready to go, he dropped a surprising bombshell. He casually mentioned that the coach had asked who would be playing, and he only gave his name, leaving mine out. I stood there, perplexed, and asked him why he would do such a thing. He simply grinned sheepishly and avoided a direct answer. Feeling a mix of disbelief and determination, I decided to go ahead and play anyway. The game turned out to be a fantastic experience for everyone involved. Kids and adults alike were laughing, scoring goals, and enjoying the spirit of the game. I felt exhilarated on the field, surrounded by the joy and excitement of the moment. Yet, even as I celebrated, a lingering confusion remained. Why was my husband so intent on sidelining me from something that was meant to be a fun family event? I'm healthy, I'm a good sport, and I genuinely enjoy being part of my children's activities. His actions left me grappling with unanswered questions about his motivations. Was it a desire to be the star of the show? Did he think I wouldn't enjoy it? Or was he simply protective of our son's game? These thoughts buzzed around my mind long after the game ended. I'm still trying to understand where he was coming from and why he felt the need to discourage my participation. Perhaps I'll have to sit down with him and get to the bottom of this little mystery. After all, isn't communication the key to understanding one another in a marriage?